check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tiger Football 2024. Check, 1, 2, check. I can hear myself. Check, 1, 2, mic check. Microphone checking her. Check. Feeling good? Check, mic check, 1, 2. You'll be right back with us live on Hub Network. We are 13 minutes away from kickoff. That should work. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Perkins, Oklahoma. Thank you for joining us right here on Hub Network Live. We're coming to you from Perkins for the contest tonight. The Tigers travel down 33, heading west down the Highway 33 throwdown. And I'm here, Travis Perry, alongside James Coffelt. And we're ready to begin our Plains Pipeline pregame countdown.
Absolutely.
We are just at 9 minutes away. And James, if we first, let's just go back to last week's game. What was some of the takeaways that you had from the rivalry with Bristow?
It seemed like the Cushing has done a good job of cleaning a lot of the stuff up that we saw in the third quarter and fourth quarter of the first week. And, man, they really looked good. I thought they looked good against the rival again. And here we have another rival in Perkins. And so can't say enough about how much Tucker's just developing as a quarterback. It seems like already down a little bit. He's seeing the game from a wide perspective. I think that's from all the game time he's got in the last couple of years.
Well, and to his strength, of course, being a former starting running
Absolutely.
back, Tucker carried last week 11 carries for 21 yards. But as you look back through those statistics, some of that came, later in the game, were some loss of yards or even like a negative 6-yard gain at the end of the game. Kneel down. So the 21 yards isn't really the whole story there, and a couple of his breakaways were really, really good. And a couple of the bad snaps. Twice, that could be a loss of 5, and that goes on his stats as well, and that really doesn't give the of what happened. But other than that, Fry carries 12 times for 67 yards.
Yeah.
Good outing for Fry. Some of that, most of that, fourth quarter in that last drive when the Tigers needed to maintain possession and keep it alive in order to put the win away. And then we start to look at another. Bales had 3 carries for 7. So all in all, pretty good spread out offense for the Tigers last week.
That's exactly right.
As far as Roman throwing the ball, he was 7 of 17. He went to Lane Wood, to Wyatt Long, to Jordan Kersey, and the combination of all those, Wood led with 3 out of 4 for 52 yards. So the Tigers put together offense of 218 yards, and the defense just never fails to let down. Again, only giving down to Bristow, who did not get the extra point, and I believe Fry led all tacklers with. Bales had 7, and that includes solos and assisted tackles. So the defense continued to look impressive.
We talked about it last week, how Bristow was going to show us a different look than we've past, where they've been more of a smash mouth. They had some different looks, and I thought Cushing's defense did an excellent job of being prepared for those, but also in handling those.
Shift and going forward into the Perkins game. We put that rival behind us. The Tigers victorious over Bristow. 2-0 here, and come down this other direction to the west and face James. What can you say? Last year, this was a state semifinalist team. They were in the top 4 in the state. They had set on going to the state championship and just fell a little short.
Yeah, and this is always a good rivalry for Cushing. It seems like it's really developed over the years into a great rivalry.
And a lot of times we've seen some of the best teams that Cushing's had come in and struggle,
exactly,
and we've seen
right.
some of the worst teams that Perkins has had really come out and play like crazy against us.
Perkins is just one of those teams that seems to be always ready, and they just have a really good program here that they just keep developing year to year here at Perkins Tryon. And man, this is great to have these 3 rivals here. How good is that for a team that's developing their own identity?
Well, and if you tuned in the past couple of weeks, people have heard us say that having 3 quality opponents at the beginning of the year, with Bristow being a possible top 10 in their class and Perkins being 10 in their class, it really puts your team through the challenge of getting themselves better before going into district play. Because as we all know, that first week of district, you're 0 for 0 on the year in that record, and that's the record that counts for playoffs.
When you start district.
The Tigers are now coming out of the visitor locker room, and they will. They have already done the coin toss. We're about 5 minutes away here. As we start to talk about this Plains Pipeline pregame countdown, we start to look at what to possibly expect. The Perkins team I mentioned that were state semifinalists last year, they graduated several people off that team. There's 9 seniors on this team, as I counted on the banners, the stadium. So a relatively younger team here, which we've talked about. Cushing loaded with 18 on both sides of the ball. They're down 1, of course, with the loss of Max Wood. A loaded senior team versus one that's not so. However, what I've been listening to some of the players talk about and watching film this week and then getting ready in practice this week, Perkins has retooled with a quarterback, and they've retooled with some guys at wide receiver and some guys at running back, and that just goes to 2 accounts I want to bring up. One is this community around here continues to evolve and grow, and they're bringing people into jobs in the area, and so here with athletes that might be starters in other schools. They might be, but I'm not saying. What I am saying is that it's nothing suspicious about it.
No.
They have retooled, and they're going to come out and probably give the Tigers a real for their money tonight. Some of the line might be inexpensive, and that can certainly be something to watch for. As we know, the Tigers have senior positions on the entire offensive line, and the defense is loaded and has senior players there as well. As far as just kind of what type of things to expect into this game.
No, it's one of those games that I look forward to every year. Lost several, but they're just like Cushing in the fact that they have several to lose and several too. So we want to make sure that we know that, listen, they may have lost a couple, but hey, they've got a couple. All right, Travis, we are back.
We're getting set to kick here off, and the Tigers will receive the opening kick, and they will be going from my left to the right. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, Susan Pitcher with Central 21, first choice and host of the American Dream TV, is here to help. Whether you're ready to make a move or just exploring your options, Susan can guide you every step of the way. Give her a call. She is our kickoff sponsor. That is Susan Pitcher with Century 21, 918-527-1259. 918-527-1259. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Perkins kickoff to the Tigers in the Highway 33 throwdown. High end over end kick will be taken near the goal line. And the return will go out to about the 15. So nice downfield coverage by Perkins. Wyatt DeLong on the kick return.
And we already have a Tiger down.
Tiger looks like he might have some sort of pain of some sort. Right around the 30. I think one of the things I'm kind of curious about in tonight's game is what will the Perkins defense look like.
Yeah.
We've seen our offense certainly get the job done. But for me, it hasn't been overwhelming. I think Coach would probably agree. He's talked to you in the post-game interviews, which are brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, that I don't think he's just been overwhelmed with the performance, pleased with the wins, but how our offense will react tonight, how they've prepared, and how Perkins will present their defense. And then again, on the other side of the ball, what will Perkins' offense be like with a new quarterback at the helm? And this is going to be, I guess, we'll call it our first Hillcrest Hospital first timeout of the game. It's an injury timeout. All of our timeouts this season brought to you by the good folks at Hillcrest Hospital.
And folks, I apologize. Most time you hear me reading ads and going through that stuff, and I'm pulling two hats. I'm not going to be able to do as much of that. Hey, we want to talk about MVP last week. Oh, yeah.
That's something that
let's see. Looking to see if we put that down. We'll get that to you before the first quarter's over with. Sometimes it's difficult to figure out who to pick whenever you have such a good team.
Last week's game was such well-rounded. I mean, we mentioned the tackles were spread out, the runs were spread out, and the offense was spread out. I mean, certainly we have a leader here or there. We'll get our heads wrapped around that before halftime, bring that at the RCB at the half. Here's Roman Tucker from the quarterback position, single back set. Looks like a tight end set to this near side. And it'll be a handoff straight ahead. Nice opening. That's Fry. He'll be taken down by Ethan Anderson, a 6'2", 185-pound junior. But not before he makes his way to the 21-yard line. Looks like a gain of 5 on the play, maybe 6. Brings up second down and a long 5. And here's Tucker's first pass. It's complete to DeLong. He'll make his way to the 35-yard line. He'll be brought down there by Wesson Atkinson. So far, Tiger offense, 2 plays, first down.
Think back to the first game, DeLong timid on some of those passes, and how he's developed just in 2 games to really being a good target for Tucker.
There's Roman with a handoff straight ahead. Again, nice running room. Fry straight ahead, strong. Makes his way out to the 43-yard line. Nice pickup on that play. Nearly 8 yards. Well, they're going to say he was, I don't know about that. They're going to mark him down to 41.
Yikes.
Gain of 6.
In fairness, we're all the way up here in the press box, but from all the way up here in the press box, that didn't look like the spot. But we know those guys prayed about it, so.
That's right. Now, man in motion is Bales, and whistles blow.
And folks, as you saw when we were on the camera there, we are all the way up, standing on top of the roof of the press box. So you can hear some wind. If it picks up at all tonight, you're going to hear it.
That false start will put the Tigers right back near the original line of scrimmage. Looks like this will still bring up a 2nd down and 9.
2nd down 9 after the penalty.
So the Tiger offense comes out run, pass, run, mixing it up a little bit. That looked like a design run play. And they'll do that, but get stopped in the backfield this time.
I think, yeah, that's exactly right. The Perkins they're well prepared for the run game the Tigers are bringing right now.
That was Braden Turpin, number 71. He's a 5'11" sophomore.
Wow.
So that's going to bring the loss of 1 on the play. A 3rd down and 10. Tigers have the 3 wide receivers to the near side. And if that penalty is on Perkins for offsides, that would be really nice for the Tigers at this point.
Extremely helpful.
And it is.
Thank you very much.
So getting 5 back the old-fashioned way brings up 3rd down and 5.
Or 3rd down and 5 less.
Two wide receivers both sides. A different look this time. Tigers always look to get their signals from the sidelines, and up there and bring us to a Hillcrest timeout on the field. Tigers take their first timeout. 9:43 remaining. Score at 0-0.
One of the things we'll be bringing to you for score is not only the MVP of the game, offense and defense, but also the Coops game ball. That's always given from Coops Fast Lube. The game ball given to the one who has really put out the most heart, most effort, maybe not have the biggest stats, but really the one who's a difference maker in some way or another. So we'll have that before halftime. And don't forget, at halftime we'll have votes, notes. Bruce is here tonight. He's down in the bottom side of the press box taking I'll get it out in a minute. I still can't say it. Thank you. Statistics. Statistics. You know what it beep statistics
you
down there he'll have for us. And we missed him last week, so we're glad he is back here with us.
And Bruce makes his annual trip 1 weekend a year out west, and he usually comes back with some good, entertaining stories.
He did. He showed me a picture of him and Gavin Newsom. And he said, does this make me a Democrat?
Well, I think last year it was Nancy Pelosi, so I'd say no, that doesn't make that's people are people.
Person's willing to choose whatever they want.
Bales fights his way to about the 43-yard line. He'll come up short of the first down. So the Tigers will have a choice here.
Brock Bales, the ball carrier.
Facing a 4th down and
3.
Now, with as much faith as you've seen in your defense so far, you might go for it here at midfield.
Yeah.
And indeed, looks like that's what the Tigers will do. Fry's alone.
At the very least, going to do a hard count. No, they're going to go for it.
Squibby. And that'll be down by DeLong.
Man, I tell you, there might have been, it looked like a gap on this right side. But that's easy for us to say.
Nonetheless, Perkins will take over from their own 35. Not terrible field position, but not the best. So Tigers probably make a wise decision there.
9:06 left in this first. Wow.
Perkins with 3 wide receivers and a single back set. Tiger defense now.
2 in motion.
Yeah, that's going to be just fine as long as they get set, and they do. Looks like a busted play. Nonetheless, quarterback takes off. He'll be taken down by Bales. That is Wyatt Atkinson.
Atkinson on the keeper.
You know, in that motion, they had someone move to a halfback, more of a blocking position there,
Gain of 9.
and did a great job sealing off the opening for the quarterback.
Now, Atkinson from the shotgun. Man in motion. The handoff goes straight ahead this time. Looks like he'll have enough for the first down. He'll get just across the 45 to the 46-yard line. I believe that was Atkinson on the carry as well. Zach Clark was at the quarterback that time. So staying correct to the first play, possibly just a set snap directly to the running back. So Clark from the shotgun. First down and 10. At the 47. He'll fire out to the near side. 2 Tigers there. He reverses field and reverses again. This is going to be a big loss. Credit Cruz, credit
How about
Tucker
Cruz,
Lane.
man?
I mean, Cruz saw him coming. He cut him off quick for a big lineman and a running back or a wide receiver. That was impressive.
He got released from his block, and then he made the most of that by showing some quickness back there.
Demons now facing second.
The running back or the wide receiver was Raiden McLemore, number 26. Of course, Cruz, I mentioned Tucker Lane was on this side, helped reverse the field the first time.
With that loss, it's now second down with 20 to go.
Big defensive play for the Tigers. Perkins does a lot of shifting right before a play. He tries to keep a defense confused. This pass out in the flats. Plenty of room to run. Roman Tucker is there. Tucker Roman.
Nice breakdown there, going right, wrapping up at the legs. Make sure he doesn't go any further. Good open field tackle.
That pass again to McLemore.
Did that pass seem like his passes seem like they're just a little bit wobbly, not quite as crisp?
Third down, 13.
Kind of float a little bit. The wind is at Perkins' back. It's not a huge factor, but it's there. Here's a bunch set to the far side of the field. Lone wide receiver, nobody in the backfield. Watch for the adjustment here.
I say that because we haven't seen them this year, and it's just interesting. You never know.
Perkins didn't like that. They adjusted again, didn't like the way it was looking, and took a Hillcrest Hospital timeout.
Fire Platinum sponsors.
As Raiden McLemore went from the wide receiver to the running back, then back to the wide receiver, and I'm not sure they were getting their play call in exactly the way they wanted to.
Trading and transportation. Frank's Diesel Service. Arrow Heat Air. Dane County Bank. Precision Guard.
One of Cushing's fine sponsors,
And Duluth.
Davis Dental Studio, our scoreboard sponsor for all of these years. For all of your dental needs, see Davis Dental Studio.
And, of course, we mention our sponsors throughout the broadcast so that you can keep this broadcast free for you at home and all over the world, no matter where you are. You can get Hub Network Live on YouTube and on Facebook. And that snap, pass back to the near side of the field. Had a chance to be intercepted, but there really wasn't anybody in the area. So maybe a design play that just wasn't timed quite right. Nonetheless, it'll bring up a 4th down and 13. The ball from the Perkins 44-yard line, they'll bring on the punt team. I believe that's going to be DeLong back to receive.
Looks like we are going to.
Nice spiraling punt over the head and into the end zone, so a touchback. And that actually was Lane Simpson back to receive that punt. Lane, very impressive last week in a kickoff return for about 39, 40 yards right before halftime. And for a freshman athlete, he just flat has the wheels.
Absolutely.
You give him a little bit of blocking, he's liable to take it to the house. So we may see Lane throughout the game in all of the kickoff return and punt return situations. Roman Tucker retakes the field. Fry is a running back. We're seeing the slight adjustment here with Bales now lining up in a wide receiver position.
Ball start, let's do it.
looks like the flags will come in, and they're going to have a false start. So the Tiger offense a little slow getting started this week. A couple penalties setting them back. And James, I think you would agree, it is difficult to get yourself started when you keep throwing the penalty on yourself.
No, that's exactly right. This is the thing that the first of the year, we talked about this, it just drives the coaches crazy, but it is helpful for Cushing.
Tucker now looks to his left, fires downfield.
Uh-oh.
Right, Bales wasn't quite ready. It's intercepted. And then return after the interception by number 12. That is Weston Atkinson, who was in the right place at the right time.
Well, it just seemed like that one was a little bit short, a little bit more of a low dagger, and he was able to cut across and pick that off, cut across the path of it and get it.
So Perkins makes something happen on defense and get the ball back and put themselves in great position at the 16-yard line. And this is someplace we have seen the Tigers really build a wall in weeks prior. See, from our angle, this is going to be Brayton Applegate, direct snap. He'll try the left side and meets a couple Tigers there.
Gain of a few, 3 maybe.
Fry in the backfield along with Emerson Harper. Yeah, looks like a gain of 3, brings up 2nd down and 7.
For the Tigers.
I always have this.
Perkins now moving with a little bit more efficiency, a little bit more of a hurry-up style. This will be Atkinson at quarterback. Another designed run. The hole closes and he reverses and still makes something happen. Gets down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, impressive to make something happen out of that.
Should be done. Brings up about a 3rd down and what'll be 4 yards. So Perkins knocking on the door. Tiger defense can hold here and force Perkins into a decision as to whether or not they want to kick a field goal. Applegate now goes straight ahead. He has running room up the hole, still on his feet, fighting his way, gets a push from behind into the end zone. Touchdown Perkins.
Credit where credit is due. That is an impressive run by Applegate, just not willing to go down and fighting for the end zone.
They list Applegate as a 5'10", 180-pound senior. And I'd say that the mixture of their offense of direct snaps to different running backs has been that, and of course things like this, penalties that the Tigers have incurred on themselves, which they get another one there by jumping off sides.
And these kind of penalties, I mean, just eat you alive.
Still set for the extra point. David Mendoza. Listed as kicker only, so he'll put that one up and he'll put that through. So 4:56 remaining in the first quarter, and Perkins with the first strike, 7-0 over your Tigers.
Speaking of Brock Bales, don't forget RCB Bank. That's my bank. His dad, the president, as they have done such a good job in sponsoring Cushing Tiger Sports, Tiger Hub Network, and Tiger Football Live. I'll get there in a minute, folks. Evidently, my brain can't do more than one thing at a time.
Well, Mom always said there'd be days like this. Tigers really have just kind of hurt themselves so far in the game. We'll look to see in this next 4:56 if the offense can't square that away and even this thing up. We'll see Simpson, return man to the near side, and DeLong, the return man on the far side, as Mendoza gets set to kick from his own 40-yard line. And here we go with the second kickoff of the game. Mendoza does have a leg. That one goes back into the end zone. That will be a touchback.
So the Tigers just need to get reset here and get things back on track. You know, those kind of things can be disheartening when you have an interception early on like that and the other team scores off of it. And Perkins, credit to them, they've made the most of that. So we'll see how the Tigers bounce back now on this third offensive series of theirs.
I'd like to see the Tigers just control this next 5 minutes and not do anything too fancy. Just really drive the ball down the field and utilize the clock and even this up before the second quarter. Roman Tucker hands off straight ahead. Fry has some room, fights his way near the 28-yard line. Nice gain on that play. Should be second down and 2.
You know, Tucker was one of those finesse quarterbacks last year, kind of back and forth. Bales a little bit more of that with the speed and the power. And Fry, man, he is just a smash mouth, north and south running back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's got a good line to open up those holes for him. And that one closed.
Woo.
He gets stuffed there for a 1-yard loss. They'll mark that one at the 26-yard line. Just as we're giving credit, you know, a defense comes through on a guy and got to bring up a third down. This time 4. Have to get to the 30-yard line for the first down. Tigers relying on the running game pretty heavy so far. Of course, Roman Tucker has the 1 interception that led to the Perkins touchdown. Here's Tucker looking downfield. He'll take it himself. He'll get the first and then some. Still on his feet to the 38-yard line.
And Perkins just learned the danger of Roman Tucker. Like, the opening's there, but he even makes more openings. He's making guys miss, shifting left and right, and that's that experienced running back coming through. He knew just when to tuck it in and make it happen.
I think that is something we'll see the Tigers rely on more and more as we do open up and spread the field out and give him those running lanes. We'll see Roman pull the ball down and gain those yards himself. Here's a pass to the near side, Bales. Nice blocking out. He's got room to get across the 50-yard line at the 48. He'll be brought down by Jace Myers.
You know, we can't say enough about the conditioning of the Tigers program. You know what they do, and that pays off. Like right here, we've already seen Brock Bales and all of these guys, the offensive line, everybody just so much stronger than last year.
Fry stays on his feet after initial contact. He probably got 4 more yards, 3 more yards after he was met in the backfield.
At least 3 or 4 more yards.
Good hard running by Fry. He'll gain 2 on the play to bring up second down and 8.
You know, you don't gain that in the practices from August on. You gain that in the summer pride when you're working out when no one else is there. It's 100 degrees.
Roman looks to pass. Again, he'll get to the 42-yard line.
Wisely, instead of taking the lick, which, you know, your opponent's defense would always love to do on the quarterback, he slides out of bounds.
And we've talked about this in other games. To his credit, that's very mature quarterback.
Yes, sir.
And for a guy who's just running the quarterback spot this year, he's making very wise decisions from that aspect. Here's a third down and 3 from the Perkins 42. Tucker in the shotgun will hand off straight ahead to Fry. He'll fight and fight, but he was met in the backfield. That's Brayton Applegate in the backfield.
Man, and you know, from a fan's point of view, and it's easy to say when you're a fan, I'd sure like to see them go. This would be a perfect time to go for that 4th down.
Well, the last time the Tigers were in a position, it was a little bit more on the Cushing side of the ball.
That's right.
Or of the 50-yard line, and they just did a quick punt. And Perkins will get set for, again, the same thing, and Cushing will do that again. A quick punt. It's the only thing, and that'll be down to the 20-yard line by DeLong. The only thing that does kind of surprise me a little bit about that is we have seen, I'm looking at it here, the Tigers, I believe it was, it'll come to me here in just a moment. The punter that's kicked for the Tigers the past couple of weeks has had a really good outing. Hunter Joyner, that's
right.
44. I kept trying to say 33. That's our place kicker, 44, Hunter Joyner, and he's done a really nice job from the punt. With these quick punts with no return, you know, certainly do put them in a field position without a return, and it can be an advantage as well. So Perkins with a little longer field this time. Shift to set their offense. And this will be Clark at quarterback. He'll hand off to the left side. Met in the backfield, stopped there. That's Raiden McLemore with the carry.
McLemore, what a great job getting off of the block.
There to bring down Reed.
Peels right off of it, makes the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
So Perkins now back at the 20. No gain on the play. And I believe, yes, that's going to be Clark continuing at quarterback. And he'll have McLemore to his left. Handoff to McLemore. Finds a small opening, eventually brought down several Tigers there, including Camden Wilson, one of the first Tigers in on the stop from that inside linebacker position.
Facing 3rd down 8.
Now with 3rd down and 8, quarterback will be Wyatt Atkinson.
There we go. Hopefully I got the scoreboard on there, folks. Sorry about that.
That's a Davis Dental scoreboard mentioned earlier.
I thought it was on. I can hear Joe yelling at the screen right now.
And that one's going to go for a stop as Fry gets there on initial contact, wrapped up around the ankles, and that'll put Perkins in a 4th down and 6. Deep in their own territory, they will bring on the punt unit.
Demons facing 4th down and 7.
And that will be Mendoza.
It turns out he did send that to me too. Maybe I ought to look at my phone once in a while. Folks, for you don't realize what happened to. I saw Travis looking down at his phone, and then he hands his phone to me like, fix it.
That'll be down by Perkins at the Tiger 36-yard line. Covering that one is Carson Houston. So the Tiger offense will come back out. 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Perkins still with a 7-0 lead. So far, the Tiger offense has yet to really get deep into Perkins territory. Kind of stalled out a couple times. And with that said, they've had a couple really good looks. Some of it has just been self-implosion with penalties and things that will often keep you from coming out on top, but things that are correctable.
Just like me not turn the scoreboard on. Things that are correctable.
Here's Roman Tucker now looking downfield. Escapes one would-be tackler, still looking, fires Fry.
Oh, nice.
Nice catch by Fry. He opened himself up just as Roman Tucker needed him to, and he'll make his way to the 47-yard line, and that should be good for a Tiger 1st down and 10.
He says 1st down, and he is exactly right. Maturity on Tucker's part to keep his eyes downfield while he's scrambling.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the Tiger offense still on the field. We'll talk this one over. We'll swap ends, and the Tigers will have the wind at their back. See if that makes a difference. Moving into the second quarter, as the Tiger offense just trying to get something started. The defense hasn't really played bad. They just put the offense kind of put them in a situation where they had a short field, and Perkins took advantage of it. Kind of the telltale of the first quarter anyway. As the sun starts to set in Perkins, it's starting to cool off a little bit. And certainly is a beautiful night here in Perkins for high school football. Friday night lights across the state. Tigers talking things over on their sideline. They're ready to get going. Offense picks up their 1st down from the 47. Got DeLong and Lane Wood to the near side. Fry is the running back. And this floater pass will be up and knocked down. Tigers hoping for a pass interference call on that one, and that does not come. So the incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10. That pass was intended for Simpson. think that Simpson's speed, and you know, he was getting ready to leave the defensive back behind, but the ball was just a little underthrown. That timing will come. Here's Roman now scrambling to his right. That one's going to be high and out of bounds.
Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up third down.
Looked like it might have been intended for Wyatt Heisler out over on the far sideline, and it looks like he might have got his feet tangled and fell down on that play. So 2 incomplete passes will bring up third down. That's going to be Heisler and DeLong to the near side. 2 wide receivers both sides. Fry in the backfield as the running back. Tucker gets a snap with 7 seconds remaining. Fry has a hole. He gets across midfield and then a little more. He'll make it to the 48-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Tigers will be facing a 4th down and 5 once again. And so far, we've just seen a field position game. The Tigers have been quick punting or pooch punting these 4th downs. Perkins is not putting a man back to return it, and allows the Tiger defense to play on the Perkins end of the field. And here comes another kick, and it will be the same situation. That one will take a Perkins bounce and come back 5 yards to the 26. So it comes back 6 yards. Tigers will down it there. And the Perkins offense will retake the field.
Demons take over. 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Tiger defense back on the field, hoping for a 3 and out. Comes back 6 yards. Tigers will down it there. This will be Clark at the quarterback with Atkinson in the running back position for him. The adjustment, Atkinson will get the handoff to the near side, and he'll be swallowed and swarmed by Tiger defenders. Lane Wood in on that play, Heisler in on that play. Coming up from the bottom of the pile is Michael Cruz. Can't say enough about Michael Cruz and his performance on the field the past couple weeks.
Wyatt Atkinson, the ball carrier. Michael Cruz.
Michael, a
Tigers in there.
senior defensive lineman, offensive lineman. The Tigers on Fridays have a Tiger March, kind of a spirit walk that we do for about 10, 15 minutes out in front of the school. And Michael was one of the student athletes that addressed the crowd. Said he was ready to play tonight. He's shown it so far. This pass to the far side, immediately covered by Bales. Pass is complete to Wyatt Atkinson. Bales immediately there. Loss of 1 on the play. Check that, it'll be no gain on the play. The PA address is going to call it a yard at maybe 6 inches. So 3rd down and 10, 3rd down, long 9. Here's where the Tiger defense looks to put it back in the offense's hands. 9:50 remaining in the half. Screen pass to the near side. It looked like Perkins might have got away with a block in the back, and this one's off to the races. Down across near the 30-yard line. He'll be brought down. Lane Wood on the, nope, check that, White and Long on the stop. Perkins with a big play for their offense, advances it into Tiger territory. Perkins offense so far with a 7-0 lead, been able to come up big when they needed to. A little bit of confusion now on the offensive side. Play clock under 10. Clark with the shotgun snap. Hands off near side. There's some running room there and a couple broken tackles before being brought down to 20-yard line. On the tackle for the Tigers, Max Hoover. That was McLemore with the carry.
McLemore, the ball carrier,
makes it to the 20. It's possibly, and it will be a 1st down and 10 for the Demons.
1st down and 10. Sponsored by Hudeberg Ford.
Now Clark, lone back, Atkinson. He'll get the handoff. Fighting through, coming through on a stunt. Bales in the backfield, drops him for a loss. And a nice defensive call and a nice execution by Bales. A loss of 3 on the play. So from the 23-yard line, that'll bring up second down 13. Clark with a double, 2 running back set, 1 to each side. He'll hand off again. Atkinson to the near side, met in the backfield again, drop for a loss. That's Bales coming up big when he needs to. Big loss by the Tiger defense. And that'll put the ball to 28-yard line. So a loss of 5. That'll bring up third down, 18 yards to go. Bales now at right middle linebacker. Start to cue off of him. Wide receivers to the far side. Clark will look to pass. Screen play right in the middle of the field. Tigers are there. Eventually, first met by Fry, eventually taken down by Lang. So, no gain on the play. And it'll bring up fourth down and 18. David Mendoza listed as the kicker. He's a junior, but he'll stay on the sideline. And Perkins will go for it on 4th and 18. From the 28. Clark tries to draw the Tigers off sides. Tigers not fooled this time. Play clock to 7. Now down to 5. Looks like Perkins will be satisfied taking a timeout on this play. Hillcrest Hospital, timeout on the field, timeout. Perkins trying. So we've seen on this possession for Perkins a couple big plays that really came off well for their offense. But the Tiger defense, once Perkins got to the 20-yard line on a big play, has really stepped up. 2 big losses, tackled in the backfield, dropped. 6:59 remaining in the half. And Brock Bales said, I've had enough. Have to imagine during this timeout, coach is strategizing, let's not give up another big screen play. Get your head on a swivel, look for these things. Normally when there's a screen play, linemen will be released and the offensive line will go to an area on the field, and defensive backs and linebackers can sniff that out sometimes and break it up. If not, create a turnover. Clark without a running back, all wide receivers to the far side. That's 5 of them. 1 man in motion, that's Atkinson. He'll set now as the running back. Clark looks to the left, fires that way, wobbly pass, and it comes up short. That pass intended for Carson Houston. And the incomplete pass will be a turnover on downs. Tigers will take over, first down and 10. And I believe it was at the 28-yard line. So defense comes up big. 6:52 remaining in the first half. Now the Tiger offense possibly feeling like they've got something to prove in this game thus far, as they've not been able to get very deep into Perkins territory. And that's the exact tenacity that we talked about in the pipeline, Great Plains Pipeline pregame countdown. The tenacity that Perkins can bring to a game. This handoff to Fry straight ahead. He's met at the line, fights for a couple. He'll make his way to the 30-yard line, gain of 2, brings up second down and 8. Six and a half minutes remaining in this opening half. We'll have votes notes at the RCB at the half.
2-yard gain on the play, second down 8.
A tighter look for the Tigers on this play. As Roman rolls to his right, He'll be chased from behind, lets it go. That pass did get batted. Pass was intended for Heisler. The incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 8. This has been the Achilles heel for the Tigers thus far tonight. Long 3rd downs. Usually resulting from incomplete passes. Certainly could credit the defense with some of that. The pressure on that play was brought on by Brayton Applegate. Tucker looks downfield, escapes one would-be tackler, stays on his feet, gets a couple out of that one. Before eventually losing his momentum, the Tigers will come out and bring the punt team for this one. Spot the ball at the 34-yard line and will bring up 4th down and 5. So the Tiger offense still slow to get things going. This will be Joyner back to punt this one away. Mentioned earlier, Joyner has really executed well for the Tigers from the punt position this year. Good snap. Joyner will keep that one. He'll try to get to the sideline on his feet still. And it's not fooling anybody. I think Joyner saw an opening, possibly just had a suspicion it was going to be blocked, so he took off. So a turnover on downs. The Tiger punt team couldn't get that one away. So from the 31-yard line, Perkins offense will take back over. So things just like that can make it one of those nights for your offense when things aren't going your way. So the Tiger defense, Perkins with Clark at quarterback. Looks like maybe a busted play. He'll take off and run, but that was slow developing. He'll get a couple out of it. Make his way to the 29-yard line. And bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Zach Clark on the keeper.
They'll mark it at the 29.
Eyes are on the stop for the Tigers. Gain of a couple.
Here's Clark now with a single back set. Clark has that hard snap count. The Tigers fooled for it in the first couple possessions, have not since. Back to playing some disciplined defense. Here's Clark with the snap, fires to the left far side. Pass complete. It's going to be complete there to Houston. Tucker Lang and Roman Tucker in on the stop. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 26. McLemore, the lone back set. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far. Clark looks near, fires out. The ball was nowhere near the would-be receiver. However, a flag does come in. Jordan Kersey on the coverage, and the Tigers will face pass interference call.
Pass interference against the Tigers.
That'll give Perkins a 1st down. I know that Kersey, and those of you at home could probably see, Kersey had his arm, possibly wrapped a little bit around the wide receiver, but the ball I did not think was in a catchable location. However, calls are part of the game. That's why we play it. That'll spot the ball at the Tiger 13-yard line, and it will indeed be a Perkins 1st down and 10. 4:03 remaining in the half. Direct snap, this time Atkinson. That's going to be Michael Cruz on the stop. Atkinson will make his way to the 10-yard line. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down 7.
Gain of about 3 on the play. 2nd down 7.
McLemore now set as the quarterback. Everybody moves except the center. That false start will back Perkins up 5 yards. Should put him on the 15-yard line, facing a 2nd down and 12. .335 remaining in this opening half. Perkins clinging to a 7-0 lead. The defense wants nothing more than to turn that over. This direct snap has running room, and in for the score will be Brayton Applegate. So Perkins has struck again, bringing our score to 13-0. Tigers facing their worst deficit of the season thus far from a defensive standpoint. Last season, this senior-led defense only had an opponent score over 21 twice all season long. That kick up and that kick no good. So with 3:20 remaining in the half, Tigers will get the ball back after the kickoff. But Perkins has the lead, 13-0. Tiger offense needing to get out there and do the old crank start on the car. Put that transmission in neutral, let it roll, pop the clutch, get things going. Perkins' defensive front has given the Tigers senior offensive line a few fits. Been in the backfield quite a bit. Combination of the good, decent defensive play and the Tigers hurting themselves with a couple penalties and a couple turnovers is what has led us to a 13-0 game. Mendoza now to kick off from his own 40-yard line. Simpson and DeLong back to receive. Here's Mendoza. And that one will go out of bounds. Penalty flags come in, as it is illegal to kick the ball out of bounds on a kickoff. And the officials will mark this one off to the 35-yard line. Tigers will start. Good field position, 1st down and 10. We'll see how the crank start analogy takes effect here as the Tiger offense comes out.
1st and 10 at the 35.
DeLong comes near side, Heisler far side, Lane Wood far side, and Bales near side with DeLong. Fry, the running back, he'll get the carry. Right side, fights his way off one would-be tackler, fights for more. Makes his way to the 37, gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down, 8.
Jace Myers brings down Kellen Fry.
Again, initial contact met right at the line of scrimmage. Those defensive linemen, that's number 71. Let's see, that's going to be Jorney Townsend, listed as a freshman. This play goes to the 40-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. As Fry carries left side. This is an important 3rd down for the Tigers. 2:26 as the clock continues to tick, remaining in the half. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far. Roman fakes the handoff, and he's caught before he can get back to the original line of scrimmage. He just does. So no gain on the play. Sutherland with the tackle. No gain to bring up 4th down and 5, and the Tiger punt unit will come back out, and the woes continue for the Tiger offense. Hunter Joyner stands at his own 29-yard line. He'll look to get this one away. His last time on, ran into some misfortune. Bad snap. Joyner now picks it up. Will try to get to the outside again, and he's dropped in the backfield. And he is met there by Ethan Anderson. Almost causes a turnover. Tucker Lang there to cover it up. The result of that play is a turnover on downs. And Perkins will take over first down and 10 from the Tiger 25-yard line. Things just have not gone the Tigers' way in this first half. Here's Clark from the shotgun, two running backs. Handoff to Atkinson right side. He's met and dropped immediately. Fry comes through untouched. Loss of 3 will bring up second down 13 as we approach 1 minute remaining till halftime. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Atkinson in the backfield. Clark passes immediately. Tigers close, not before a 5-yard gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. 3-yard gain. Brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. Brings up third down and 10. Perkins now in hurry up. Clark by himself, passes near side. Pass complete to Atkinson. There to blow it up, Lane Wood. Tiger defense really playing with just tenacity the past few possessions without the one play that Perkins was able to break for a touchdown. With 14 seconds left, they'll call a Hillcrest Hospital timeout. Hillcrest Hospital timeout on the field. We'll step away here. We'll keep the camera going. I'll step away for just a moment while the coaches huddle up on this one. Returning to action now after the Hillcrest Hospital timeout. Perkins facing a 4th down, 12 yards to go. Empty back set. Here's Clark. Rolling left, looking right. Tigers there, ball comes loose. Tigers get it. That's Roman Tucker with the fumble recovery at the 15-yard line. So a nice defensive stance for the Tigers, closing that one up. Sniffing out the design screen. Tigers will take over first down and 10. Spot the ball at their own 15 with 6 seconds remaining till half. We'll see if the coaching staff draws something up here or if they're content to go into the locker room down 13-0 and talk about it. Things in the first half have not gone the Tiger way. As here's Roman Tucker now. 2 wide receivers split both sides. And he will take a knee. And that will allow time to expire. And we'll go to RCB at the half. And we'll bring in Votes Notes here in just a few moments as he makes his way up to the top of the press box.
And I will keep announcing the scoreboard to you folks. This is a user error, and I will work at halftime diligently and see if I can't get that fixed.
13-0, Tigers facing their biggest deficit of the year. And we mentioned that things just have not been able to crank start for the Tiger offense. The defense has looked good at times, other than giving up the two scores. They've really stepped up in a couple other ways to prevent it from being worse. So with that, we'll step away for just a couple minutes here. We'll be right back after this, bringing you votes, notes. Don't go anywhere. You are with Hub Network Live and RCB at the half.
Cushing High School Marching Band.
Welcome to the RCB halftime report, and we've got a lot to report on. James is going to step in for Joe tonight, and I truly appreciate it because James and Travis did a great job in that first half, bringing you a game that just kind of seesawed around here with the Cushing not playing good at times, but playing well at other times. And I'm going to go over some stats real quick, James, and then we can talk about this. I've got Roman Tucker, 6 attempts and 2 completions for 27 yards. So uncharacteristic of him to have those kind of stats in the first half. The big stat, though, was that 1 interception he had, and we'll talk about that in a minute, James, because that was a crucial interception that cost it. But on the receiving end, nothing going on out there. Those receivers are being just covered up, and Roman Tucker's not having an opportunity to even get that pass off to his receivers. You got Wyatt DeLong with 1 pass for 16 yards, and Kellen Fry 1 pass, 11 yards. So let's talk about this offense real quick, James. That interception was a turning point for Perkins.
Yeah.
They got that interception, 3 yards a carry average here in this first half, and Kellen Fry struggling for each and every one of those yards.
That's exactly right. And, man, we talk about it, he's just a great north-south running back, and really be a difference maker in so many areas on defense. We normally see him as just this strong tackle. He's usually the highest in the tackle rating, but on offense, man, he is just a strong running back for the Tigers. But we saw Roman Tucker show up as a running back tonight.
Yes, I've got him 5 carries for 34 yards, and he's carrying along with his average. They kind of held him back a little bit more on running a little bit tonight from what we've seen in the past. But again, the Demons have kept him off balance with the passing rush, as well as keeping Kellen Fry in check tonight. So the defense for Perkins has just been stellar, and Cushing's going to have to go in at halftime and really figure out an offensive play that can really throw Perkins off balance, but they haven't found that yet. I've got Bales. He's just had 1 carry tonight for 3 yards.
Yeah.
Tucker, 5 for 34. And from there, Joyner, our punter, has even had a couple of issues in the backfield with a pressure, a bad snap, and Cushing has lost a lot of yardage on those also. Another thing, James, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right, you're fine.
On that second touchdown that Perkins had, we had him down 3rd and long, and Kersey come up with an ill-timed pass interference call that gave Perkins a first down, and subsequent to that, they come up with a long 26-yard TD run right up the middle on the Tigers. No one was home over the center. Quarterback went straight up the middle and got the touchdown. So, two miscues by the Tigers has given Perkins the advantage.
Yeah, Perkins has 13-0. That's not 14. 4-0. And we know how good the Tigers can get rolling. And let's not forget, Cushing really starts their game, it seems like, in the third quarter. That's when they really do their most scoring and really pick things up. And so we're anxious to get this offense rolling. The defense has done their job by keeping it to just 13 on the turnover. And like you said, unfortunate penalty there for the Tigers.
And the thing is, James, both defenses have done probably their job. It's just the offenses right now trying to get on track. Perkins is coming in with 2 or 3 different quarterbacks at a time, per series of plays. And I don't know if Cushing practiced for that or not, but it kind of throws me off at times because I'm not sure who's going to get the ball back there in the backfield. They're passing, they don't have a strong passing offense, Perkins. Not that I have seen yet.
Right.
But they do mix it up, keep the Tigers off balance, and that's the key to their offense right now.
Well, that is exactly right, and the Tigers just have been off balance.
Defensively, the Tigers have got and I've been sitting down there with the coaches, and they're doing an awesome job communicating, with the sidelines and trying to keep everybody in check. But you can almost tell at times they're surprised by the formation that Perkins coming out with.
Yeah, Perkins has a lot of movement in their formations. Cushing, just is going to have to adjust for that, and they've showed a lot of different looks that Cushing hasn't seen, and so that really stresses the defense. And the more time the defense is out there, also that starts wearing your defense down.
Exactly, and on Cushing's offense, let's talk about that just for a second.
Yes.
James. What they need to do to come out in this second half is establish a ground game. Kellen Fry's going up the middle. Let's run to the outside a little bit. Let's pass some of those little short passes. Let's establish our offense and get a rhythm going.
That's exactly right, and you have the guns to do it. You've got Bales that can bounce outside. You've got a Fry that can also bounce it outside. You've got all of these weapons in Cushing's offense. You have 2 great receivers out there, and so Cushing have to mix it up a little bit. The offensive line you want to say they're not doing their job, but they are absolutely doing their job. They're going to have to hold strong for the rest of the game, and we know how tough they are. We know how they're senior-led, and it's a good offensive line, but they just can't keep coming to the same well and expect a different result. And so we're going to have to see Cushing come out here and either start finding some receivers or, as you said, find some way to move it outside or find some different slots for your running backs.
Hey, let's talk real quick. We're running out of time here for your show to start back. Kellen Fry with 4 tackles. Wyatt DeLong, 3 tackles. Wood with 1. Tucker with 2. Heisler with 2, Harper with 1. He got a great tackle in there. Tucker Lang doing a great job on the corners, getting inside with 4 tackles. Wilson with 2 tackles. And Cruz, he's my man for defense. I love that guy. He is playing to the top of his levels with 4 tackles. Want to thank everybody for the staying with us for the halftime. Votes Notes on halftime. Great to be back. RCB Bank, thank you so much for sponsoring our halftime stats report. I'm going to turn it back to James and Travis for the second half.
All right, folks, we're going to let everybody get set. That both teams are just now coming back out. We've got about 3 minutes before we get back to action here, and we appreciate everybody hanging with us. We know it's been a difficult night as we have got the scoreboard going. We got everything rolling around, and we appreciate everybody's patience with that. We know it'll be a little bit better in the second half. Thank you so much. That is Votes Notes. We will be back just after halftime. All right, folks, want to make mention of a few of our sponsors tonight. Blue Sky Bank, key sponsors for the Hub Network and Tiger Football Live. They're bringing it all to you, and we appreciate all of these great sponsors. Don't forget Mills Construction and H&R Block. These two sponsors bringing it to you big. Sure, go check them out. When you go see these sponsors, let them know thank you for bringing the Hub Network and Tiger Football Live to the screen. Getting ready to get back underway. Want to mention one more, Stillwater Medical. For all your medical needs, go see them at Stillwater Medical. We'll have a few more of these as we go through the night. Travis, welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. We're getting ready to start our second half of play, and all I can say from that first half is when you listen to some of the stats that Bruce brought us, it's been a rough start, but it is just the start. We have a whole another half to play, and what I'm expecting to see is when you're facing a deficit and you're down 13-0, and you go into the locker room and you make some adjustments, I expect to see seniors step up and lead, and the Tigers have a lot of them. And we'll see if that happens, but that would be my expectation as the Tigers retake the field. They will kick off, and Perkins will have the ball first, but the defense has had moments of brilliance. It's just one of those that, put it all together. They just need to put it all together, and I believe that senior leadership can, and folks are going to want to stay with us for this 24 minutes as we get set to kick off here in the third quarter.
All right, as we get back underway, the Tigers have got to mix it up. We said that at halftime, and Bruce brought us the stats and what the Tigers need to do to get back on top.
Landon Miller now set to kick from his own 40-yard line. Gets a nice high end over end. It's going to be taken around the 10. Here's the return. There's going to be a bunch of Tigers in on this tackle. So nice group tackling. Nose to the ball, as they say.
And, folks, you can't see the flag, but it is just, there's a light breeze, but not enough wind to make any difference which way you are going tonight.
Looked like it on that tackle. Might have been Kamarian Shanklin. One of the many. Sniffed that one out. The return was to the 20, we'll call it the 22-yard line. That's where Clark will come out to start. And that will be a direct snap to Atkinson rather than Clark, and there's a great defensive drop in the backfield. That's Heisler coming through, and that's some of this that I expect the defense, or hope the defense is going to come out and do, and that's pin Perkins deep, force a punt and give it back to the offense, and come out with a whole different strategy. Perkins uses a system of signs and signals from the sideline to call their plays, make their adjustments. Two wide receivers far side. This looks like Applegate in the backfield, direct snap, and he'll be met in the backfield, drop for a loss again. This time Michael Cruz coming in, Fry there to help. Another loss on the play. Loss maybe one. Pins Perkins back inside the 20, and he'll bring up a 3rd down and 18. They'll need to get to the 37-yard line for a first down. This Tiger defense big on 2 plays so far. There's a pass to the near side.
There you go.
Screen play, and that'll get to the 25, maybe 26-yard line. Roman Tugger there for the stop, as well as number 41, Kenman Wilson.
You hear the Tiger film crew up here with us. They're shouting, excited, saying there you go, but long way to go for Perkins.
Lane Simpson with the return, or the return man, and this will be a good time for a return to the house. Nice snap. There's the punt. Tigers signal to get away from it. Let that one roll and be down at the 20-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will take over, first down and 10. They'll have 80 to go.
Yeah, it definitely took a Perkins bounce. Seems like both the Tigers' punts have had that backspin on it and went the wrong way, but Perkins got the front spin on it and rolling out for him.
You know, we talk about some of the things the Tigers have done in the first half that have pinned themselves, and some of the things that they've done that causing or having a turnover here or interception there. But things like that also play factor into the game. Sometimes things just don't bounce your way.
That's exactly right.
That has been the story tonight. Now the offense looking to change that. 4 wide receivers near side. Roman Tucker, empty backfield. He'll take off to his left, and he has blockers in front. Plenty of room, and he gets the first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now, that's just what we were talking about at halftime with Bruce Vogt about how they needed to change it up and find some outside room. Roman Tucker does just that with, as you said, the blockers out front. I want to say the defense did exactly what they needed to do, shutting Perkins down and giving the offense back on the field quickly in this third quarter.
Roman with 10 yards there, continuing to add to his stats from the first half. The first down and 10. Fry now with the handoff. He'll get positive yards out to the 37.
Same direction, finds the outside lane. Ooh, there's going to be a penalty in the back.
Deep.
Yes, sir.
Way in the backfield of the defense.
Something was said over here on the Perkins side.
As the officials talk this one over, it looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 37-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 7. We'll wait and see what the penalty is, see where it actually ends everything up. Officials taking some time discussing this one. The penalty flag is thrown back at the 50-yard line.
Unapproved activity happened on the Perkins side as we get back to action here.
4 wide receivers near side, man in motion at the top of the screen. And again, Roman will try that left side. He'll gain 3 on the play.
Yes, sir.
He'll be taken down around the 45-yard line. So a gain of 3 will bring up second down and 7.
Atkinson and Brayton Applegate there to bring down Roman Tucker.
Atkinson and Applegate team up for that stop. 3 wide receivers, tight end set. Single running back is Fry. He'll get the handoff straight ahead. He'll follow Cruz up the hole, and he'll get inside the 45 to the 44-yard line.
I wish he'd followed Cruz a little bit further. Cruz was past the first down mark.
I'd say it's safe to say maybe one man to beat on that.
Yes, sir.
And the one would-be guy gets the tackle. Gain of 1 brings up third down, and we'll call that 6 maybe. Here's Fry in motion. Roman Tucker looks near side, and he is swallowed deep in the backfield. Penalty flag comes in after the play. We'll get to check out what that is.
Yeah, that was from the white hat himself, I'm assuming. Another unsanctioned.
Officials will talk this one over again before we get the signal.
Personal foul against Perkins.
And these are some of the things that if your Tiger leaders and seniors step up and play disciplined football,
guess where that puts them?
That can oftentimes put the other team in this situation and give us another first down and 10.
That's exactly right. Perkins getting the first down for Cushing by the unsportsmanlike conduct.
From the 38-yard line, 8.5 minutes remaining third quarter. Tigers still facing a 13-0 deficit.
You saw the Perkins coach all the way out to the numbers out there. You know what that explanation he was wanting? Which one? Oh, nice.
Roman lets that one fly. It's caught inbounds. Wyatt DeLong thinks he's got it. The official says he's got it. That's going to be a Tiger first down and 10 inside the red zone. Wyatt DeLong with a nice reception. He was covered, but credit Roman for putting that one right where it needed to be.
That's exactly right, and we talked about this at the beginning of the game, how much Wyatt DeLong has developed. He's going after the balls now and having the confidence, I can bring these in.
This pass near side Bales. He gets down near the 10. There's a penalty flag on the play. That's going to be out here in the area where Lane Wood was blocking.
Yeah.
So we'll wait to find out that. Nonetheless, the ball comes to rest around the 11. Tigers on the march. And we start to see some life in the offense. Holding call will be the violation against the Tigers. That's a spot foul. So from the 11, mark off 10, puts them at the 20, puts us at the 21-yard line. We will replay first down.
And do a whole lot more. 16, 18, 16, 16.
Yeah, 16. Wide receivers far side, single set near side. Fry in the backfield. DeLong, Heisler, and Bales on the visitor side. This pass up for Lane Wood. He almost gets it in and out of the hands right at the corner of the end zone, the corner of the pylon. You know, it would have been nice to bring that one in. I believe he still would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, and he was sure trying to bring it in, and there was some pushing and shoving and extra blocking there. Well defended, well played, just couldn't bring it in.
That incomplete pass will bring up second down. Remains 16 yards to go.
I think if you bring that in just a little bit less under that, I think he brings that one in.
Absolutely. Roman fires far or near side. That's in the hands of Fry. Touchdown, Tigers. What a well-designed play.
We have seen that play in the past, but not very many times. That is an excellently developed play. It had the entire defense bit on Roman Tucker going to the left.
Draw everybody that direction.
Why wouldn't they? He's ran to the left outside 3 times, and that's exactly pulled him in there, and then Fry is out here all alone. Nobody paid attention, got lost in the commotion. Touchdown, Tigers.
There's the jump start. The motor is running, and the Tigers have put 6 on the board. Here's the point after attempt up, long and good.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be Landon Miller with another point after. That brings us to 13-7, 7:47 remaining third quarter, and your Tigers showing a sign of life.
I want to mention a few more of our fine sponsors. Don't forget, Stillwater Ortho, Oklahoma. You know, we had one of our fine Tiger players had to go out there and have some work done on his leg, and he has been missed. Max, we miss you. But if you have problems, go to Stillwater Ortho, Oklahoma. Let them know Tiger Football Live sent you in the Hub Network. Also, Tiger Lilies Floral for all your floral designs. If your sweethearts need a little encouragement, or you got a lost loved one, or someone needs some sympathy, you can go see them at Tiger Lilies Floral. And, hey, stop by and pick them up. Their prescriptions, if they're down and out, at Baker's Pharmacy. Baker's Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs here in Cushing at Baker's Pharmacy. Appreciate all of these fine sponsors bringing Tiger Football Live to you. Tigers, as you said, now they've got the motor started. Things go in the right direction. Cut the score in half. Or cut Perkins' lead in half, I should say.
Indeed. Miller set to kick from his own 40-yard line.
There you go.
That's a high end over end. Taking it to 15.
Get him. There you go.
Nice open field tackle. Okay, so I mentioned the signs of life. We see it even on that tackle.
Yes, sir.
Which I believe was Jason Edwards, number 16.
Number 6. It was Jason Edwards. And don't ever let Jason Edwards' height fool you. He is an athlete and a powerhouse, and he showed it right there.
Oh, Brock fell way back there. Oh, Brock was in the back.
7:43 remaining third quarter. Tigers down 13-7. But I mentioned showing signs of life. Now it's time for the proof of life.
Yeah.
Here we go, defense.
Listen, Jason's one of those kids that I just thought if he had some more height, he would be a star at everything.
This handoff goes straight ahead. Michael Cruz says, not very far, buddy. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 8.
This is the kind of momentum shift exactly like we were talking about that the Tigers need.
Down by Michael Cruz.
There you go, big boy Cruz.
So from the 26-yard line, second down and 8. And it looks like Clark will take this snap with Atkinson behind him. Moves to his right. 2 wide receivers, both sides. Clark looks to pass. He's under pressure.
Oh, boy.
He's going to be caught. Brought down in the backfield. Tackle. Quarterback sack. Fry.
Kellen Fry making the difference on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Kellen comes from that middle linebacker position, whether he's on the strong side or the weak side. He was not hardly touched as he came through. And the defense now putting Perkins in a 3rd and long. Call that 3rd and 15.
Hey, look at there. There is Mrs. Caulfield, Jamie Briggs Caulfield, saying she's watching the game with us. Thanks for joining us, sweetie. I just looked down to see what was going on Facebook, and there we are.
Fry was on another stunt to bring pressure, and Perkins was quick to try to rush that screen pass, which they relied on heavily in the first half, and exactly what you'd expect to see. The Tigers make adjustments at halftime and come out and shut that play down before it even got started. So incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 15, and the Tigers now put Perkins in a punt situation. It'd be nice to see a return. However, Perkins may know that. This will be returnable. Taken from the 48-yard line. Simpson gets to the 45, maybe the 46. So hang time just enough to get the defenders downfield to put the wrap up on Simpson.
Woo, did that offense light up that defense? The defense light up the offense, and Cushing's got it rolling on both sides of the ball right now.
They're going to start with some of the best field position they've had all night. They're at the Perkins 46-yard line. And the other thing that's nice to see, and we mentioned it at the start of this half, to see the Tiger defense, coming up and slapping each other in the pads and the helmets. They are fired up, and they're firing each other up on every play. The offense already in this quarter has gone to the field and scored on an 80-yard drive now from the Perkins 46.
Let me tell you how much I appreciate our scoreboard keeper over here. He got so excited, and I hope he's predicting another touchdown for the Tigers. He had put 13 up there. Yeah, listen, I hope that's the case. I hope it's 14 after this drive.
Fry over this right side is able to get to the 42-yard line. So a gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down 6. And Fry fought for that. He was met. Initial contact was near the line of scrimmage. Fry, being that power runner, you've described him as able to get what he got.
Oh, boy.
False start to signal against the Tigers, and certainly.
No doubt who did it as they all turn around and pat him on the helmet. Thanks, guys. Don't pat me on the helmet. Tell me good job. Let me just pretend like nobody saw me do that.
Now from the 47-yard line, brings up 2nd down 11. Tigers have 4 wide receivers, all to the far side of the field. Heisler in motion. Tucker takes the snap, fires.
Oh, boy.
Has the pass complete, immediately brought down. Okay, that's Fry, and immediately Perkins had sniffed that one out. So a loss on the play puts it back at the 49-yard line.
Brought down by number 12, who is Winston Atkinson. And he had that one sniffed out from the get-go. He came all the way in, dead run. They knew exactly, I'm assuming from the film, how that play was going to end up. Well defended.
Tigers on a long 3rd down. Roman will take it himself. He has some room. He can get to the first. He does.
Oh, boy.
He'll be taken down near the 36-yard line. He needed the 36. We'll see where they mark this.
And, man, he just plowed over DeLong. DeLong caught up in blocking, and Tucker says, no, we got to go. We got to get first down here.
They're going to mark it 1 yard shy, call it the 37-yard line. They need the 36 for the first. So Tigers will go for it on 4th and 1 in Perkins trying territory.
3rd down long. There, Tucker getting a lot of that 3rd down back.
Tigers know how important this is with 4:53 remaining 3rd quarter. They're going to take a Hillcrest Hospital timeout and discuss this one and try to make sure and get it right, keep this drive going. You can come out right in the start of the 2nd half and you can get 2 opening drives for touchdowns. You can send a message pretty quick to your opponent.
That's exactly right. And, man, it's easy to sit up here and be the armchair quarterback and say there is no reason not to go for that. No reason not to go for it. And but we're not the coaches. And the coaches are doing a good job, so we appreciate all that they do. Hey, in case you need some gas to get your motor going, as you said earlier, go visit Bill's Easy Out, 2 locations in Cushing on 9th Street and Main Street. Check them out for snacks, gas, and everything in between. And I haven't mentioned this year, but, man, they have these things, armadillo eggs that are jalapenos with brisket, wrapped in bacon and cream cheese. It's the greatest invention ever made. Go see them at Bill's Easy Out.
Dare I say addictive.
Woo. Mama. Eat myself sick on those. Also, Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service for all your bookkeeping and tax service in Cushing. Go visit Kim's Bookkeeping. Cushing, Perkins players trying to stir up the fans on this side for 4th down.
Here are the Tigers from 4th and 1. Roman Tucker will have it and then some. He'll get down into the 33-yard line. That gain will be good for a Tiger. 1st down and 10. The Tigers continuing to send a message, especially in that senior-led line.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you know, what that does right there, just reminding everybody and reminding everybody again what Roman Tucker is capable of as a running back.
Now Tucker hands off right side. Nice spin move, falls across the 30, maybe to the 29-yard line.
I like the looks of that. Bales spinning off of that one and,
you know,
and just laying out for 3 more.
I was looking at it. It almost looks like Joyner carried that. He's 44 right there, and
I'm pretty sure it was Bales. I thought it was number 10. Maybe not. Maybe he was blocking.
No, it probably was. Bales had come up and ended up on the. I couldn't ever see the handoff. It looked like it was somebody different. Here's going to be inside Heisler. He has some blocking, makes his way down to the 25-yard line. Tigers on the move. They'll face a 3rd down and short. Now, we like seeing 3rd and short a lot better than we like saying 3rd and long. So from the 25, 3rd down and 3. Tigers knocking on the door. And Roman Tucker will keep. He'll get to the outside. Fights his way near a 1st down.
Can I say 1st downs tonight brought to you by Roman Tucker? Man, he's finding his way in. That one they're going to call just a little. Man.
Oh, that's going to be, no, they get it. Okay,
Ooh,
1st down
like
and 10 for the Tigers. I kept waiting. I thought I saw him signal the flags to move, but they didn't move. And I went,
Sure scared me for a little bit. Threw me off. The Tigers with the 1st down, 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this 3rd quarter play.
From the 1st down, this is Heisler. He's still on his feet. He's fighting, still on his feet, gets to the 5-yard line. Heisler, and let's just point out the obvious here. That was from an under center position.
Yes,
with
sir.
3 running backs in the backfield, all in 3-point stances. We haven't seen that since 1987.
At least 87, maybe 86. I'm just telling you right now, I love the fact that the Tigers are mixing it up. This is what we've been waiting for a long time, and this is paying off.
Again, under center, hands off to Heisler. He tries the left side, still on his feet, fighting, leans across the 5, gets down to the 3, maybe the 2.
You can guarantee Heisler is not going to go down easy, and he's not going to take you down easy from the defensive side as well.
I'm going to call that the 3-yard line, and it is 2nd down and goal. Tigers on a flat march. Now back from the shotgun. Roman Tucker has Bales to his right. Bad snap. Tucker recovers and then loses it. So a little momentum shift for Perkins by a self-infliction by the Tigers. That'll turn it over to Perkins at their own 21-yard line. Several scenarios immediately come to mind, James, and one of those is senior-led teams, this is what you come for. And when you make mistakes, you don't capitalize on it by making it worse. You capitalize on it by continuing to do what you've done so far in this 2nd half, which is pin Perkins deep, get the ball back, and finish that last offensive set with a better offensive set.
I could not have said it better, and I agree. That's the, okay, now we just shift gears. We're going to go back. We're going to get right back over to the 3-yard line and do this again. That's putting a lot on the defense, but Tiger defense.
They're capable. They've proven it so far in the 2nd half. We'll see if they can continue to dial up the pressure here.
2 minutes, 24 seconds in this 3rd quarter play.
Direct snap coming to the near side. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Dropped right there. Fry sniffs that one out. That was Atkinson with the carry. Maybe, nope, going to be a loss of a yard, if anything, half a yard on the play.
2nd down, 10.
Yeah. Here the Perkins, and actually no gain on the play. It was a little bit less than that. As they move the marker for the line of scrimmage back.
Now Clark with the shotgun snap. Has a single back set and a man in motion. 7 seconds remaining on the play clock. Perkins still shifting around, still putting people in motion. Snaps it with 1. Clark back to pass, fires over the middle. That one's knocked down by Fry. Nice heads-up defensive play.
Yeah, and Perkins lucky that one was knocked down. He was set to take that one away. So 3rd down and 10-ish.
So now, again, 3rd and long, the things you like to say about Perkins' offensive situation.
Could not agree more.
Clark looking, fires downfield.
There's no doubt that this one is going to come back and be backed up. There was an obvious hold against the Tigers.
And that will, do you decline the penalty on an incomplete pass to go ahead and bring up a 4th and 10, or do you take a possible field position, back them up 10 yards, and now they got to play from a 3rd and 20?
That's going to be a holding penalty against the Demons.
It is declined, and they will go ahead and make it a 4th and 10. 10 plus 6 inches, something like that.
I say if you have the lead, you do that.
You got the football that the cheerleaders threw out with the X on it. You get a chance.
All right, so
After the 3rd quarter,
are you calling it?
I wouldn't mind if you're okay with it.
Absolutely.
We'll get there in our next timeout or at the quarter change here, a minute and a half left. And we're talking code because we're going to bring you the MVPs and game ball of last week's game. As we get this punt down to around the Tiger 33-yard line, that's where the Tigers will begin 1st down and 10 with 1:19 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So coming up at the quarter change, we'll give you the MVPs of offense and defense and Coop's game ball from last week's game against Bristow, and we promise to do a better job of bringing that to you in the Pipeline pregame show. We just ran into an unexpected situation tonight.
Listen, folks, and here's the deal. Joe Kennedy has, all of the mess ups you've seen tonight are James Kaufelt trying to be Joe Kennedy tonight, and I can't do it. We've just seen I can't do it. Joe is sick, and so we're praying that he gets better quickly. We have these nights like this, and I apologize, and we know Joe will be back very soon to line us out, and he's been lining me out over the phone, and I appreciate it.
Tigers show the down position, under center position again, and then split out to forward wide receivers near side. Tucker will pass to Bales, and Bales has blockers.
Oh, he's got room. He's got a lane, and he's going.
Now he's at the 35-30. He's at the 20. He's looking back. He got one man to beat. Bales, touchdown, Tigers. That was a huge play, and it could not have come at a better time for your Tiger offense.
Listen, Perkins has that sniffed out. They have it sniffed out as the Tigers come all the way over here. They've got it sniffed out, but he reaches out and makes a mistake to reach out and do an arm tackle. Bales says no.
Too strong. He's too strong for an arm tackle.
You may twist me a little bit. You may slow me down, but I have a lane. I see nothing but green and made the most of it. Touchdown, Brock Bales.
So here's Miller to attempt a point after and give Tigers a lead. Kick is up, and it's long enough by far, and the kick is good. 1:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Your Tiger offense has come out. Your Tiger defense has come out and put your Tigers back up 14-13. Folks, we got a barn burner here. You won't want to miss this. Coming back here with a kickoff to Perkins. Man, it's good to see the Tigers fired up again.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. And I tell you what, he didn't just break the arm tackle back here. As he's looking back, he knows he's going to get wrapped a little bit, and he breaks the feet tackle as well. Way to go, Mr. Bales. Don't forget Frank's Diesel Repair. You got some diesel problems, go see him at Frank's Diesel Repair between Perkins and Cushing. Frank's Diesel Repair, another fine sponsor here on the Hub Network, as well as Cushing Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. Go down there and tell them I sent you. Cushing Plumbing, they'll get you fixed up quick, fast, and just right. Cushing Plumbing.
And the Tigers getting it fixed just right here tonight. As if you're just joining us, we're facing a 13-0 halftime deficit. And the offense had not been able to get anything started, but all the adjustments and the talks during halftime have proven to bring the team back out on the field and show Perkins why they came to play this game. It's 14-13. Tigers have the lead now to kick off with 1:07 remaining 3rd quarter. From his own 40-yard line, here's Miller.
You took the words right out of my mouth as the Tigers take the lead.
From the 10-yard line, the return. Patient running, Tigers give him the edge. He gets out across the 32-yard line. There is a penalty flag around the 27.
I'm assuming that is going to be a hold or a block in the back, usually from that area.
Angelo Johnson on the kick return, brought down by Camden Wilson. There's a
That was D'Angelo Johnson on the return.
So the penalty marker from the 27
penalty against the Demons.
going to be assessed against Perkins.
10-yard foul for holding. Perkins now starting right where the Tigers want him, deep in their own territory from the 17-yard line.
You know, if you're Perkins football or Perkins fans, you got to be a little bit nervous now what you've seen in the last 3 series of the Demons.
I think you're pleased with your first half, and now the Tigers have amped it up. The question is closing it out. This handoff straight ahead. Tiger defense again all over it. If anything, it'll be right back. Yeah, loss of possibly 2 on the play. Back to the 15-yard line.
Oh my goodness, we got
A little shaky.
the stands are shaking.
Backfield loss of 2 yards.
Stands are shaking. So if you see the camera going, and that's all the way down from the student section. These aluminum stands, they are shaking the entire press box from all the way down in the corner.
Undefeated.
Perkins now with 2nd and 12. Making their shift, single back set. Tigers shift as well. Man in motion, 3 on the shot clock. And it expired, no flags. That screen play again to the near side was sniffed out. Several Tigers in the area, including Roman Tucker,
You know,
Lane
and
Wood.
you got to say, number 26 was hearing some footsteps coming in there, and he didn't want any part of that.
Camden Wilson also in the area. I do have to say, from our vantage point, I do enjoy the Perkins music preferences.
I do too.
Right now, the Paradise City is a 3rd and 12 facing Perkins.
Nothing wrong with the 80s, sir. Nothing
Clark
wrong.
from a shotgun.
Come on, Roman.
Back to pass. Fry almost gets him. Under pressure. Several Tigers there to help. Sack in the backfield. Tackled for a loss.
Number 41.
That's going to be Camden Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Again in the area where it needed to be. Lost to the 10-yard line. A loss of 5. Should bring up 3rd down. No. 4th down.
4th down, sir. 4th down.
4th down. 17 yards to go, and it will also bring us to the end of our 3rd quarter of play. And the entire Tiger team will come out for this huddle as they want to make this next stop and this next possession start to close the door. Here's our final recap of the Bristow game, coming to you a little bit late. Last week's Offensive Player of the Week with 67 yards rushing. Much of that coming at a much-needed time late in the game when the Tigers were trying to close out the minutes, and that's going to be Kellen Fry. Number 4 for your Tigers. Offensive MVP. Defensive MVP is Bales, leading the defense in total tackles. Combination of solo and team tackles. Right around 8, if memory serves me correctly. Brock Bales, number 10 of your Tigers, for the defensive player. MVP is an interesting game ball. The Coups game ball is an interesting choice for me this time, based on the fact that I believe, if memory serves me correct, so far through 2 weeks and now 3 quarters, Mr. Miller, Landon Miller, number 33, has he's only missed one point after attempt, and it was on a bad snap.
That's exactly right.
And he made a 30-some yard field goal last week that did not count because of a penalty that gave the Tigers the first down. But it's rare to see a high school kicker making that long of a field goal. So his work and dedication and his heart and soul for the team give him the Coups game ball for the Bristow
Absolutely
week.
right. I couldn't agree with that more. And this play whistled dead from the get-go. They tried to get a quick snap off for their punt, and the officials say, no, we weren't ready to go yet. Let's wind it up and go again. Here comes the 4th quarter, 4th down. Tigers ready to roll.
Snap into the end zone, mishandled, out of the back of the end zone. That's going to be a safety. And there's the signal. The Tigers pick up 2 more now with a 3-point lead, and we'll have the ball.
That's a safety.
Kicked off.
Add 2 more points for the Tigers and give them the ball back.
Tigers 6.
Oh, if you could draw up a worst first half, you could almost not draw up a better second half so far.
That's exactly right.
I mean, the Tigers are firing on all cylinders, and now things are starting to turn wayward for Perkins. And much to their chagrin, the Tigers very much in control. That safety, it's almost like how in the world did some of the things happen against us in the first half. You go, man, how in the world is this happening to Perkins? Well, some of it comes from the tenacity and the pressure the Tigers are putting on.
And some of it, I want to give credit, you know, some of it comes from the creativity of the Tiger offense as well. I've seen some plays that I've been looking to see for a long time here at Cushing, and I'm glad to see them mixing it up in this way. It is making a difference. And wow, Perkins saying, what in the world is going on? I told you third quarter, Tigers really like showing up. No different tonight as they are leading 16-13.
Now, we've mentioned Mendoza is the kicker for Perkins and has an excellent leg, and most of his kickoffs have been taken at the goal line. However, this one backs up. Instead of the 40 on a safety, they will kick off from their own 20, and the Tigers will definitely have an opportunity for a return on this one. It is high, end over end, and taken by DeLong. He finds a seam and has room. Cross 50 to down to the 40-yard line before being taken down. And what a nice return by DeLong. He just found a seam and lowered his head.
Yeah, and credit to the Tigers special teams as they made that seam happen. I mean, it just was a V formation coming out through there, and they opened it up. He wasn't far from breaking that one loose as well.
Tigers now with a short field will come out, 11:50 remaining in the game and having a 3-point lead. Certainly would like to capitalize a couple more times on that.
Hey folks, if you want some great donuts and some even better sausage roll, get down to Gid's Domain. Open early, but you better get there early. They sell out of the good stuff quick, but don't worry, they'll make some more the next day. Gid's Domain on Main Street for all the wonderful donuts here in Cushing. They're in Cushing. We're in Perkins. They're in Cushing. You know where I'm saying. Gid's Domain.
I meant what you knew.
Thanks, sir.
Screenplay set up. Roman Tucker delivers to Heisler. Heisler makes a move at the 30 and gets a couple more.
Woo. He just about stays on his feet.
So I like watching about Heisler run the ball. He's tough to get down.
Yeah. He just wants more yards. I want more. He always wants a little bit more.
And the same thing I think we've been able to say all year long so far about Bales and Fry. The strength and conditioning shows off when you see how hard it is to get running backs down.
I would throw DeLong in there too. Like they're all wanting more. They're all unsatisfied with just taking what's given to them. They want a little bit more.
This Tiger first down and 10 goes straight ahead. Fry with the run. He'll get to the 23-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
Man, I saw a drone flying overhead earlier. That was a big drone. And I never did see where it went down to or who was flying it, but is it still up there? Oh, it went that way. See, I see a bunch of golf carts out there. Perkins has the
You know what they say.
What's that?
I like big drones and I cannot lie.
I've never heard that in my life, sir. I have no idea what you're talking about. But I don't know what difference it makes.
Nice fake handoff and pass over the middle.
Wow.
Complete to the 10-yard line.
That is a great play by the Tigers.
That was a beautiful fake handoff and just a straight slant pattern. Thought maybe that was, but yeah, Bales on the reception.
Yep.
That'll be another Tiger first down. This time first down and goal. Tigers on the march, approaching the 10-minute, 20-second mark.
Start to say the high school backs right up to the golf course here in Perkins. A lot of people off the golf course drive their carts over here. Oh,
in and
man.
out of the hands.
Fry would love to have that one back as he's trying to run before catching the football.
You know, and some of those you have to imagine sometimes, I'm so open, I'm so ready for this, and then you just get up a little bit fast and you don't end up with it because he knew he was open, he knew he was going to get yards after.
Oh, I don't have to imagine that feeling at all. I know that feeling far too many times.
3 wide receivers near side. Fry stays back to protect. That pass complete. And waiting for the signal. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice connection.
Yes, sir,
Tigers
Mr.
put
DeLong.
another 6 on the board.
And they have found it with Fry, with Bales, and now with DeLong for the touchdown. And the Tigers, I told you, they are just building confidence as they go.
Heisler's been in on these drives. We're seeing them spread it around in the offense. And now, last week's Coops game ball receiver, Landon Miller, will come out to attempt the point after. 22-13, the current score. Miller looking to add. There's the kick and hold. It's up. It's plenty long. And it's good. So it is nice to have a kicker, and especially one that's reliable.
Yes, sir. As the Tigers extend the lead now 23-13. And my, how it has changed here in Perkins, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you almost, you draw things up. You get a fantastic opportunity. You pin them deep. They have to punt from near their own end zone. A mishandled snap turns into a safety. You capitalize on that with another touchdown. Defense doing its job. Offense now firing. And things have certainly turned around down on the Highway 33 throwdown.
Another fine sponsor here on the Hub Network, Submersible Pumps Incorporated. Go see them for all your submersible pump needs. They're in Cushing, Submersible Pumps Incorporated. And listen, Mi Casa, that place is some fine Mexican eating at Mi Casa. Family Mexican restaurant there in Cushing. They are delicious. Tell them we sent you. Tell them thanks for bringing the Hub Network.
Tigers looking to close this one out. 10:07 remaining. You won't want to miss it. See if Perkins can answer. They've certainly done some damage tonight. And here's Miller. Kickoff to the far sideline. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line. The Tigers gave a little opening. That return will be near the 35. I say they gave a little opening because he reversed field, kind of pulled a fake move, I guess you'd say. And Perkins will start there. First down and 10.
Yeah, and the defense did just what they're supposed to. Had bid on his first lane, and he did a good job of reversing and finding the outside lane. Cushing punished him a little bit for doing that on the outside.
Turning would-be nothing into something, as they say. Now Clark, standing in his own 30. Sending a low snap. He's able to handle, rolls to his right. Sidearms that one, almost picked off. Oh, man. Roman Tucker got a hand on it, and Lane Wood was there to try to reel it in. The pass was intended for Calvin McDaniel.
There is a flag on the far side of the field.
It looks like an ineligible man downfield, possibly. I say that every week. I'm going to print the officials' signals just to make sure I'm calling them right. And that'll back up to the 30-yard line. Now from the 30-yard line, it'll be first down 15. Here's Perkins with a handoff straight ahead. Tripped up.
Yes, sir.
No, they faked me out on the handoff. Instead, it was a tackle in the backfield. Clark kept that, maybe as a run-pass option, pulled it out, pulled the ball back, and tricked me. A loss of 2 anyway by the Tigers. Puts the ball at the 28-yard line. And again, defense backing them up, pinning them deep. Doing exactly what they've worked all week to do. Straight ahead on the direct snap. Eventually on the tackle for the Tigers after a gain of about 8. I believe that's going to be Cruz, and Fry may have been there to help. That was Brayton Applegate. Now 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, 35-yard line. 5 wide receivers. Applegate was the man in motion. Check that Atkinson, who's now at running back. Clark looks downfield. Fires to his right, in and out of the hands of would-be Tiger Lane Wood on a possible Oski. That pass intended for D'Angelo Johnson. So the incomplete pass brings up a 4th down and 10. And you have to ask yourself, yeah, Perkins will definitely, I was going to say, you have to ask yourself, would they go for it? I wouldn't. They're not.
Yeah. Smart move.
Yeah. You don't want to give the Tigers with this momentum any more opportunity to get it out of your reach.
Wrong side of the field, too many yards to go for Perkins.
David Mendoza.
Low snap.
He is able to get it away. The Tigers will call off the dogs on that one. It'll be down at the 37-yard line. The Tigers will start their 1st down and 10.
Or the Tigers, as the case may be. Call off the Tigers, call off the Cats.
Call off the Cubs.
There you go. Call off the Kittens. Let's go. Back up a little bit. They always used to call that, when I was in school, wolf, 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 which was the coach's way of saying if you get hit with that ball, you're going to run until you see last night's dinner.
Yeah. 8:27 remaining in the game. Tigers right now with a 10-point lead, looking to add to it. Offense retakes the field at the 37-yard line. And we just want to remind you here that in 8 minutes and 27 seconds, we'll get to our ortho wrap-up show. In the situation we're in, are we going to?
No, we're not. I was gonna mention that.
I didn't think we'd be able to. Being a little short-handed tonight, we'll get some coaches' comments maybe recorded though for next week's game.
Absolutely.
And we'll bring that to folks in the pregame. That handoff straight ahead.
Yeah, and I apologize for that, but we just it's one too many hats for me to move tonight. One too many moving pieces, and so we will catch up with Coach this week, I'm sure, and get all of his takeaways.
Bales came from a wide receiver position for that inside handoff, and he got a nice gain. 8 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 2. From the 45, Roman Tucker with a 10-point lead has to be more comfortable. Here's Fry. He's looked comfortable as he makes a move.
Oh, wow.
The 45 still on his feet to the 40-yard line before eventually being brought down. And on the tackle is Weston Atkinson.
High step and shift and duck and diving and going under.